if our food is coming to us so far from where it is being produced, how is it coming to us? How is the farmer selling this produce? Is he getting the value for the produce he's selling? We must understand the way the supply chain is working. So according to the 77th NSSO, the average Indian farmer earns rupees 3,798 per month.
Hi, I'm Akshat.
I'm Ishaan, and we are part of the FOF 2024.
Over the last 2 months, our project has been to map out the supply chain of 3 primary crops of India, that is wheat, maize and rice across India.
The focus has been to understand the key stakeholders involved, the constraints faced by these stakeholders, the factors that influence their decision making, and eventually come to an understanding of the way these food grains travel from the point of harvest to our plates.
In our primary research across Rewa, Kanpur and Karnal, as well as the secondary research, we have found out the person who farmer is selling to is the key determinant factor.
The farmer is somewhere not being rewarded for the food he's producing. And if we are to really make the supply chain equitable and give each stakeholder the value they're providing to us, we must understand the way the supply chain is working. And we must understand why the farmer is taking the decisions he's taking.
There are 4 factors which are key determinant to define the flow of supply chain and the reason why a farmer sells to a particular stakeholder. These 4 factors are average landholding size, market density, government procurement to FCI, and number of food processing industries in that particular state.
The reason these factors are important is because if you consider the state of Bihar, for example, the average landholding is 0.4 hectares. The same figure in the state of Punjab is 3.3 hectares. Now, it is intuitive that a farmer in Bihar will produce much lesser quantity of produce on his land than a farmer in Punjab does. Now, this becomes a key determining factor in who he chooses to sell to, because if he has lesser quantity, he does not want to take the effort it takes to go to a market, a formalized place and sell his produce. Similarly, in the case of FCI procurement, the government of India and FCI and various state governments procure in disproportionate amounts from various states. For example, the procurement of wheat from Madhya Pradesh and Punjab is higher than 100 lakh metric tons per year, whereas the same figure for large states like UP and very densely populated states like Bihar is less than 50-60 lakh metric tons. Now, what this does is that it gives a very disproportionate access of the minimum support price to the farmer. In Bihar, the farmer will not look for the minimum support price because the procurement is only not there from the government. But in a state like Punjab and Haryana, where the procurement is robust, the farmer is willing to take that effort to go to a formal setting and sell his produce because he knows he's going to get a higher price. Similarly, in the case of regulated markets and in the case of food processing industries, these are the key consumers of the produce of a farmer. And if these are not densely populated in the area, the farmer does not want to take the effort of taking his goods 100 kilometers, 50 kilometers. He's very happy to sell it at a lower price to a trader who comes to his farm, doesn't give him any hassle, pays him slightly lesser money, but takes his goods at the farm. This is the reason we sort of determined that the farmer is the one who's choosing where his goods go based on the ease of access and how hassle-free his point of sale is. And when you go on the field, you see that the farmer is not getting the value. The farmer is relentlessly producing, selling his goods just so that he can feed his family on a daily basis. It's almost a life of survival that he's living on a daily basis. And this is where it becomes important for a project like ours to sit down and really think about, okay, if our food is coming to us so far from where it is being produced, how is it coming to us? How is the farmer selling this produce? Is he getting the value for the produce he's selling?
So Green Revolution made sure that India doesn't sleep hungry. Now it's time for the Good Food Revolution to make sure that each stakeholder supply chain grows and prospers.